elevate force. That's the only thing in self-defense. Unless you are, say, an elderly man surrounded or elderly woman surrounded by threats that can kill you, then you can elevate. But you two teenagers, you cannot elevate.
Wow.
10 to 1 odds, Keegan. 10 to 1. I'll give you $1,000. You only have to give me 100.
10 to 1. Well, how about
10 to 1 odds?
No, again, I'm not betting.
What about a non-monetary bet of like loser has to stay off the stupid app for like
how about instead of doing it on this room, you back?
Wait, what's the bet?
We can discuss terms. But real quick, because I want to keep this on topic. If Carmelo Anthony is convicted of murder, God, thank God, first of all. But number two, there will be riots. Understand that black people will feel so personally affected that a 17-year-old wasn't allowed over the inconvenience, the annoyance, the arrogance of a white man telling them to move seats. That he wasn't allowed to kill him. They'll be so upset that they're gonna riot in the streets.
Yeah, but he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I think because Keegan, you should implement what we Arabs implement, which is if they kill one of us, we kill 10 of them randomly. So if the
That's your Jewish.
guy,
Well, that's Nat Turner. So
you kill that exactly. And
so that's what they're calling Carmelo Anthony. That Carmelo Anthony will be the new Nat. This is on the app, guys. This is not. This isn't me like lying about something. No, they're calling him the new Nat Turner. And people don't know, Nat Turner caused a rebellion where what was it, 50 white people died under the hands of his rebellion.
Okay, so that means you take 500 blacks.
No, and then what happened? What happened to Nat Turner? What happened to him? Are people thinking this through?
You guys sound hungry.
And then because of
What do you think? What do you think? You're gonna kill the blacks.
Soldiers came in and killed 100 black people.
Yeah, and they quartered them up.
Yeah.
And then what else happened? What happened to the people that were enslaved that people now looked at with suspicion and distrust?
They got sent back to Africa and everyone lived happily forever.
Did Nat Turner do any good with the slaughter of babies and women?
No.
You want to hear the criteria for self-defense acquittal? I'll read it to you. There's number 1, imminent threat. The threat of harm must be immediate and unavoidable, not a distant or hypothetical danger. Now remember.
Well, Austin Metcalf grabbed him.
Hang on. So remember, he went and got the knife. So there was a time.
No.
Okay, let me go through all of them. Let me go through all of them.
Let's get to the.
I'm going to give you half a dozen. Let's give the criteria.
I'm going to say the story and then you get the criteria so we understand
the story. Well, no, I'm in the middle of giving them. Then you can. There's a lot of stories.
Don't worry, shut your mouth. This is my room. I'm going to give the story real quick. Very
But it's
quickly.
Jewish supremacy. They dictate.
Austin Metcalf.
I just asked you if I should give you the criteria. You said yes.
No, you told him to shut the fuck up because you were speaking.
But you don't understand the actual story.
I know the story. Let's give you the criteria, then we'll fit the story.
You misrepresented the story.
No, I didn't misrepresent the story.
Yes, you did. I'm trying
to tell you. The knife was in his book bag. He had his hand in his book bag. He didn't go get it. He had
to go get it.
Imminent threat. Reasonable belief. The defendant must have a genuine and reasonable belief that using force was necessary to prevent harm or death. Proportionality. The force used in self-defense must be proportionate to the threat faced, meaning the response should not be excessive. Necessity. The use of force must be necessary to avert the threat, and there should be no other reasonable options available. No provocation. The defendant must not have provoked the situation or initiated the aggressive conduct.
So what does that scream, though? And then what it screams to me is what the defense will say is that Austin Metcalf didn't initiate. Austin Metcalf touched him first. He was surrounded by individuals that was not, and he felt threatened. He said, "This is the only way to get out of this. This is what will be stated."
You're going to argue that stabbing somebody is proportional? to a fist fight among kids at a track?
I'm not gonna. I completely agree.
You think the jury's going to believe that?
It doesn't have to be proportional.
Yeah, proportional is one of the criteria for self-defense acquittal.
But well, then it
I just read it to you.
That
Well, the argument, like Keegan was trying to say, is he's under another team's tent. They could try to argue, I'm outnumbered. I had no option.
The defendant must.
But that's still beating you up is different than stabbing the guy.
So,
If the threat was so real, then why did no one else attack him?
And that's where you're going to lose the case, that if you try to use that.
Usually it's the black guy.
They outnumbered us, but no one else attacked me. Amazing.
Yeah, it's like there's too much evidence. Let's be honest.
Listen, you just can't up the ante from a shoving match or a punching match to a stabbing. You can't do that.
That is correct.
He's cooked like a well-done roast.
and you have at least a dozen witnesses, and he confessed. He's going to cop a plea. He's going to cop a plea.
Of course, he's going to take the death penalty. I'll just do life.
Yeah, he said to the cop, did I kill him? Is he dead?
Well, he's 17, so he might even get a better sentence than that.
He's going to do at least 20 to 25 at minimum.
It's a weird parallel to that other case, too, the adolescence film, which I had watched like 2 days previously.
But you know what? I hope Trump pardons.
Wait, but what about...
No spoilers. No spoilers.
It sounds like
It's
you know
funny.
a lot of this shit.
The
What
TV
about
tells
Amber
us
Guyka?
that Reese was the other way around.
And yeah, to that point, Amber Guyka got... You guys remember Amber Guyka, right? The white woman cop who went to a black pastor's house and then shot him in his own house. Isn't she getting like 10 years or something? I'm asking on that point of like, clearly you can take someone's life unprovoked.
What about the white kid that shot a bunch of black people in Buffalo?
Oh yeah, there's that one. He shot every one of them. And then he left the white guy. He said, nope, I'm not shooting whites. He shot a white woman though. But
Is he dead?
I don't know if you guys saw. I actually saw the whole straight
Can't
up.
the-
He shot the white woman and they said,
Can't the federal government sue to have more capital punishments, meaning states that aren't carrying out capital punishment and are sucking up taxpayer resources? Why can't the federal government, through DOJ and Department of Justice, get an extra, 10,000 capital punishments a year to cut back on spending? Thank you, I'm complete.
Well, it
I
has to be
heard
a
it
federal.
costs more to kill the person than to keep them alive.
If they can prove that he stabbed him because he was white,
Absolutely.
you can raise it to a federal crime.
I think it's less than $30 for the concoction of drugs. That's it.
I mean, how
But,
much
the
how much is a
legality.
22 and a pistol to the head? That's like $2.
Well,
But
yeah,
you
there
have
are
to
some
have some
states
process that they'll run out
there are
there
some
deal.
states that have
That's what
firearms
costs
laws.
you much.
Didn't some guy just get to have a death penalty by firing squad?
I believe they asked for it. I don't think it was granted yet. I haven't, because I think that is a federal thing, the firing squad.
No, there was
Just so
Did I just read Idaho reintroduced legislation for firing squad?
We wandered away from the topic again because
yeah. We and this will always happen. All right, no one, please, everyone stay on mute for a minute, please. Austin Metcalf died. I'm recentralizing the conversation. He died because of the black culture. Murdered. Yeah, I want to think this correctly.
In his twin brother's arms.
In his brother's arms, because of the black culture. And when I say this, I don't mean black people. I don't mean the black culture has infected all parts of American society. The idea that this rap culture that promotes violence under any form of inconvenience or annoyance, the idea that shooting guns and doing drugs and twerking on each other and cussing and smoking weed all day is fun and cool, right? This is, and I don't care that it's stereotypical. I don't care that this may sound racist. Because truly, black teenagers and black young men are disproportionately the most violent group in America. Died, and at some point we need to wake it up and go, we can't even go to track meets anymore? Right
So
when a
why
mass shooter.
don't you retaliate?
Well, the retaliation would be unjustified. Would be unjustified. I'm not here to do unjustly killings like the others.
Of course it's true.
But like, yeah, everybody's making
No,
like
that's
drugs
not
of
true.
it.
You can go to the ghetto.
Keegan, what do you want from this? What do you want from this? What's your objective, Keegan?
We don't kill innocents because an innocent has been killed.
Only
We
basic
hold
are innocent.
the-
I'm sorry.
We hold the killers accountable. I actually don't agree. I don't agree with Keegan. I don't think he meant to kill him. I think he meant to stab someone.
Whether
I think he meant
to or
to
not,
stab
is
someone
irrelevant.
and that he died.
Yeah, I don't
think
want to
you're-
kill you. I want to stab you in
The
the heart. I
lack
don't want
of
to kill you.
impulse control shown by this culture and these people, right? It doesn't matter if he meant to kill them or not. They continuously reveal themselves unable to interact with wider society in a orderly
But
manner.
T-Robs, you live with an African lion killing dog, and you live in an ethno state. You live in an ethno state. You live in an ethno state, T-Robs.
Alright, real quick. Dr. Long has been in the chat all day having his opinion. I want to hear his opinion. Doctor, the stage is yours. Please defend,
kill white people.
defend the ghetto behavior of Carmelo Anthony.
He believes killing white people is good.
He's not going to defend, Carmelo. He's going to essentially give you a very good analysis of the law, just like Monica and others in this room.
You can let Miles talk because the number of men who have premature ejaculations and can't contain themselves and stay on mute is not zero. Gentlemen, control yourselves.
Premature ejaculations. Ejaculate?
So I don't get it. Keegan, why can't you guys create a White Lives Matter movement and retaliate? I don't get it.
But Monica, I have to disagree with you. Anytime you pull a weapon in an argument or debate, whatever it is, your intention is either to scare a person away. God damn it.
No, I mean, KP's true.
But even brandishing a weapon is an offense, right?
It actually depends on the state.
Okay.
But,
listen to me. The point is there are no laws that this culture abides.
Is that a fun fact?
Yeah.
It is a fun fact, but regardless of the state, why can't you retaliate? Anyone question?
You should know.
So you gotta understand, these
Because unlike
Listen to me! Listen to me! Listen to me! These situations are set up to create opportunities to make money through the legal industrial complex. This lawsuit.
We're going back and forth on a specific topic that has never happened since I've been in chillism. So get the fuck out of here. Suck my dick. And it never will. So when you hold on, Nathan, because you're supposed to be putting on your fucking birthday suit, bitch. So again, so when you're ready to have a formal debate with an unbiased moderator.
So if the threat was so real, then why didn't no one else attack him?
Then that's when you're going to lose the case, and if you try to use that.
Usually it's the black guy.
They outnumbered us, but no one else attacked me. Amazing.
Yeah, it's like there's too much evidence. Let's be honest. Listen, you just can't up the ante from a shoving match or a punching match to a stabbing. You can't do that.
That is correct.
He's cooked like a well-done roast.
And you have at least a dozen witnesses. And he confessed. He's going to cop a plea. He's going to cop a plea.
Of course, he's going to take the death penalty. I'll just do life.
Yeah, he said to the cop, did I kill him? Is he dead? Right, he's 17, so he might even get a better sentence than that.
He's going to do at least 20 to 25.
But I do want a culture.
They're
shift. I want what I want. Miss Tim. What I want is for the black culture to take accountability and understand that the education that they are teaching their children, that violence should occur under just an inconvenience, that white people are an annoyance to society, and that any time that annoyance occurs, violence should occur with it. These people need to be held accountable.
So, but Keegan, that's what I mean. I'm not saying necessarily kill them, but like if they raise their kids to think white people are evil, you can raise your kids to think black people are evil.
Not only are you barking up the wrong tree, Keegan.
Are y'all talking about the
Amazing.
who's Austin, the white guy that was antagonizing the black dude?
Yeah, all right.
Listen,
You know what?
these people are fucking incapable of changing smoke alarm batteries, and you fucking think, Keegan, that they're gonna change their whole fucking worldview. The whole point is you're
Everybody
barking the
don't
wrong
think
tree.
the same, you fucking
That's
jackass.
amazing. Change your fucking smoke.
I mean, it doesn't have a point.
Fuck you, shit, Rob, you old
That's right.
fucker.
Fuck you too.
Go have some fucking
That's
kids
for the
tell you
black.
what to do.
Hey, get up in
You
their
can't even
fucking
bust a
feelings,
hole
but
in
they're
nothing. You're
not
not a
telling me
real
I'm
man,
wrong.
you little
They're
bitch.
not telling me I'm fucking
Yo,
wrong.
let's listen to each other.
Yeah,
Fine,
Yeah,
fine.
have any
Back to the
kids.
talk.
Go have some kids and tell them what to do. you
Hey,
little
we're
bitch.
back to the fucking
Yeah, you
cheese.
can't tell nobody what to do.
Amazing. They can't change a fucking 9-volt battery, and Keegan's on the phone. But we're meant to expect them to change their whole fucking worldview.
Their worldview. You live in an ethno state, T-Robs, as you've accurately described. You're so happy that you get to live. You get to live in an ethno state. In an ethno state. Do you even know the truth of the earth? Have you ever gone in the booth? Is it worth it? Is it worth it, T-Robs, to waste your life here when you could be with your precious, beautiful, wonderful African lion killer dog going to sleep on Clown House? Listen to Mr. T-Robs sleep. Listen to me go to sleep with my big 6-foot dog. Named after Adolf Hitler's dog. Coincidence? I don't think so. Everyone, T-Robs is a white supremacist, ethno-state racist that sleeps with a 6-foot-tall African lion killer dog named after Hitler's dog. The man is a Nazi. He's a low IQ dingbat. Every third sentence ends with the J word. Don't you understand T-Robs' passion yet for the J word? He loves the J words. Without the J words, he'd have no actual significance in life. He'd have no value. He's a neurotic, a J word neurotic, a J word whisperer, a J word Tourette sufferer. He's a J word whisperer. I am complete. This is comedian.
Well, it would match his smooth hair.
Jeez. Man. Okay. Monica was mentioning about something about the knife, and I was saying whenever you use a weapon, the intent is either to shun someone away or to commit harm, even up to death. That's your only two options.
I still don't understand why retaliation is not an option.
Say it again. I didn't hear
I
you.
still don't understand why retaliation is not an option, and I don't mean you need
Because
to
white people actually lose.
Because you can't retaliate with excessive force. You only can use equal force.
Yeah, but if you're
Yeah, and the retaliation, Rabbi, is through the legal process.
Yeah, oh, that's the gayest thing I've heard. You need to maintain 10-to-1 kill death ratio.
Yes, that's the only retaliation, because anything outside of that, you're going to jail.
Motherfucker, go to downtown Compton and do.
Did anyone go to jail for the fucking burn? Who the fuck went to jail for burning down city blocks?
Why can't you burn down city blocks? Like, see, that's the thing.
Well, the point is, we
You
could,
see,
but
Keegan, no one wants to talk about the
white
topic,
people
man.
are
Just
the
derail.
only people that are not allowed
That's called
to
being
centralize.
cocked. That's what it's called.
White people are the only ones that are not allowed to centralize, right? You'll find like a black police officers fucking association.
But that's
find
they're
like
not
a
in charge of
Mexican
their death
police
sentence.
Alright.
You will find
Rabbi,
every type of like
I don't want to have
club
this discussion.
association to do with every.
But Mr. Anderson, here's the flaw
except
with
white people.
Anderson, here's the flaw. Here's the flaw with your argument.
It's not an argument. It's a
guys,
Yeah,
guys,
20
guys,
seconds.
guys,
KP, where
guys,
the white
guys,
police
guys,
officers
Tim.
fucking.
Listen,
Tell me where
hey,
there's
listen, please.
You
Tell
can
me
mute
where-
everyone.
Tell me where there's
I
a
know, I
single
don't like
club
doing that. I
which
don't
is
like
for
doing
white
that.
people.
Well, then make someone a mod who will.
All right, everyone calm down. Everyone, all right,
Monica's
chill
begging
out,
to be a
chill
little
out,
bitch.
chill out. I want Oscar, who said that Austin Metcalf was agitating Carmelo Anthony. I want Oscar, are you trying to justify this murder? And if so, why?
Oh, that murder was kind of justified. Wasn't that guy antagonizing this young black man?
Hey, I'm entitled.
What happened? What's the
Have you
full
the right to fucking kill
See,
me?
Rob, what the
Yeah, exactly.
fuck? Fuck you,
Pull that
bitch.
knife, nigga. Pull that knife.
Fuck you, racist piece of shit. Leave me the fuck alone.
Zero impulse control.
I'm talking to
All right,
Keegan, man.
but Tim, you're not showing impulse control when you just don't allow him to finish his
Because to
point.
explain what the
I
fuck
get it.
is
I
going
get
on.
it.
Keegan.
We must
Fucking
allow.
Keegan.
We
Put
have to
C-Rob
allow
down. You asked me if...
All right, guys. We have to allow conversation.
No,
We
this is
Nah,
bullshit.
C-Rob don't want a black
You
man to
expect-
talk.
You're trying to be decent man
Bro, what the
in
fuck?
decent
Put
time.
C-Rob down.
You're trying
I'm gonna ask
to
you a
be
question.
decent man in an indecent time. You can be decent
I'm
man when
gonna
you're
operate.
surrounded
You know
by
what I'm
other
gonna do,
decent men.
Tim, I'm gonna operate my
Yeah,
phone the way I want to, and I want Oscar to speak. And if I have to kick you, I will.
I'm not.
I don't want to.
Whatever.
I don't want to, though. I enjoy
Yeah, he's
your
a
input.
racist piece of
I
shit.
do enjoy
I'm
Tim's
not-
Yeah,
input.
kick him.
Oscar,
I'm not
please.
talking about this.
So,
Kick him
Oscar,
from Little Island, right?
Oh my goodness.
Goodness,
Goodness, you got that
Oh, you racist piece of shit. Leave me the fuck alone.
Yes, we do, bitch.
Let's talk about impulse control. You guys are just sitting here acting like them. If we're better than them, be better than them. If not, then shut your mouth.
The point, you guys are fucking racist pieces of shit.
This is what you're
Fuck you,
I'm
Keegan.
asking you. You said that this individual.
Wait, you just figured that out? Is that breaking news for you?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna be jazzy from now on. And you know what, Oscar? I'm giving Oscar a mod. The only other mod's a black man on this room. Oscar, this individual.
Well, that's not fair
So
to you
it's a
too.
fucking race traitor now.
Yeah, race trader.
Look at C-Rob, man. He's so fucking racist. You're not even American, bro. You want to be American so
Oh,
bad.
Americans a fucking race now?
What about fucking Austria, Ireland, wherever the fuck you're from, bro?
You can't cheat smoke a lot.
Yeah, don't worry about Kangaroo
Yeah,
Jack,
go get a
little
fucking
bitch.
job, you broke ass bitch.
You are behaving like black people.
Alright, Oscar, you said that this individual was agitating Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah,
Explain to me.
could you give me the full story?
He doesn't even know it. What man?
You said.
The
You
ethno
said
said
You wrong. I'm just asking for the full story.
they don't even know the fucking facts and they're defending their fucking own.
What's
You
the
don't know the story.
And
you said the dumbest shit ever. I swear.
Nah, bro. Oh my god. Damn.
You should have known about the story before you
I have an
defended
idea of
someone.
the story, but Keegan, can you give me the story from your perspective? Let's get the story right.
Oh,
so everybody know.
Your perspective, yeah.
America's so
You
bad.
all heard it. You already said it.
I didn't hear it.
Basically, there's a guy in the wrong tent, and he told the other guy.
Oh my gosh. What is going on? You said that this individual.
Yo, DJ Pooh, that's good music, but we're having a discussion.
Alright. Oscar, you lost your mod privilege because of that comment, and KP's now a mod. So Oscar, you wanted to state that was
Facts and they're defending their fucking
antagonizing
own.
a regular individual. Don't, Oscar.
No, I ain't mean to do that, bro. I was unplugging my from the car. No, seriously, I was unplugging from the car.
You're agitating me, and I'm gonna kill you.
No.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, make it clear that it's a joke before you get.
Keegan, I heard you
Yeah,
say.
I'm just joking. That was a joke.
Report him. Everyone report Keegan.
Nah, Keegan, give me the story though. Can you give me the story?
Everyone mass report Keegan. Everyone mass report Keegan. He has made a death threat. Report Keegan.
Please, everyone, stay muted. Comedian, please. So here's this. Carmelo Anthony was told by a coach that because it was raining to go sit underneath a tent. Now, this tent was not his school's tent. And again, I ran track for 6 years. Never once did I sit underneath another school's tent. Even when it was raining, I've never been told to do so. But this is what is alleged by Carmelo, that Carmelo said that he was told by his coach to go sit there. No witnesses has collaborated that's true, but that's what Carmelo said what happened. So he goes and sits underneath the other school's tent. Well, two teammates from that other school, Anthony Metcalf and his brother, Austin Metcalf and his brother, came up to Carmelo Anthony and saw him sitting underneath their school's tent and said, "Hey, you're not a part of our school. Get up and leave." Austin Metcalf, and then Carmelo Anthony then reached into his backpack and said, "What are you going to do about it? Make me. Touch me and see what happens." This is from witnesses. This is not alleged. This is from multiple witnesses saying that. Then Austin Metcalf reportedly either grabbed his backpack or grabbed Carmelo Anthony's t-shirt. Even when it was raining.
Whoa!
Very interesting. And after that, grabbing his backpack or grabbing his t-shirt. Again, remember, Carmelo Anthony could have answered as a decent, respectful human being and said, "Oh, I was told to sit here," or "Oh, it's raining. Do you mind if I sit here?" Instead says, "Touch me and see what happens."
So you think those two guys walked up to him nicely and asked him to just move? Could you please move that?
And Dr. Love is gone! All right. We love the music playing.
So Keegan, I've heard you plenty of times say, if someone such and such walks up to me or tries to hit me, I'm gonna shoot you. I heard you say this plenty of times, Keegan, as an American citizen who legally carries his firearm. I heard you say, if somebody grabs you or put their hands on you, you're gonna fucking shoot them. Have you not said this plenty of times, Keegan?
Oscar.
Just answer the question, Keegan.
We are trying to analyze Carmelo Anthony here, not Dr. Keegan, please.
If someone hit me, would I shoot them? Yes. But you're not putting in the context of what this actual story is, which is that this individual walked over to them, sat over by them. Again, black people say that white people are so violent that they can't.
Because they didn't have to come up to him, Keegan. The guy comes over there, his coach told him to sit somewhere because it was raining, okay? It was pouring down rain. This kid was fucking wet.
Not pouring down.
Well, whatever.
It was lightly raining.
Whatever. So why are these kids allowed to go up to this kid and bully him and try to make him get up, Miss Parks? Get up. We heard this plenty of times. Get up out that seat, boy.
Bro, it's a fucking truck.
Get up out that seat, Mr. Parks.
Hood. Okay.
Rob, shut the fuck up.
Okay, amazing.
Fuck.
Maybe you fucking guys are all on red alert all the fucking time, but there are different times to.
Bro, you always on red alert. As soon as I came in here,
because I'm fucking surrounded by you fucking people, and you can't let your guards down because you get fucking stabbed.
You live in an ethno-state, T-Robs. Clown House is just a social audio chat app. You luckily live in an ethno-state.
These people.
Oh my gosh.
Last night while I was working, the global markets were tanking.
I'm trying to make him.
And then I wake up to this announcement and Wall Street closing at its highest rate in 16 years. So is this a manipulation of the markets
all the fucking time,
by design or by happenstance? As I mentioned earlier, and I will probably mention it again, we have this chat that goes for 24 hours on Facebook Messenger that's linked to at the top. And I encourage you to join it, even if it's just to read in, but even more so if you want to participate. It's going 24/7, really. People are participating from all around the world. They're adding their comments. while other people are sleeping, and then, I mean, it's my actually go-to when I wake up. And several people have discussed the possibility, and I don't know that there's any evidence of this, but I hadn't even thought about it. But since several people have posted this concern on the chat, I'm going to steal what they posted and present it to you for your edification, consideration, and commentary, that there may be people in the administration who were well aware that this 90-day pause would be announced today. And when the market went down, they bought. Insider trading is what's being suggested. Now, I don't know how you would prove that. I don't know who would investigate it. You'd be asking the administration to investigate the administration, which I don't know how you do that, but it's something, I guess, to consider. I suspect in retrospect, there are people today who are saying, darn, I wish I hadn't sold. I wish I had bought. Anyway, just something to think about. I last night posted a story, by the way, with regard to China, and I kind of mentioned it tongue-in-cheek. But the story, I forget, you can find it if you're interested, although there are a lot of things that have been posted since, so you have to scroll back up in the chat. But the story was about fireworks displays that are in jeopardy this year because all the fireworks come from China. I don't know how long in advance for the real official municipal fireworks they purchase or they take delivery of those fireworks, or whether the tariffs will, in fact, if they continue, force a cancellation of fireworks. But I kind of said tongue-in-cheek that we're going to have a quieter 4th of July this year in the United States, thanks to the efforts of Donald Trump. So that is my opening salvo today. I don't think I really imparted anything that any of you haven't thought about, although there are a lot of things that have been posted, and hopefully it'll stimulate some discussion. We could use a few more people on the stage, and there are a few more coming up right now. I will now start introducing people in the order in which I see them, and today that order begins with Scott.
Well, Gary, it's nice to see everyone on the stage, and you, of course. We were going to change the entire economic structure of the country. We were going to go from a post-manufacturing manufacturing society.
But
you know, we're going to take some short-term pain, but for a long-term gain. Now it's all. Now we're not doing that. We're switching it up. Now we are putting the tariffs on hold, and we're renegotiating everything. And well, I mean, look, as you said, I mean, I kind of feel for the people that sold at this point, right? And your insider trading thing is fascinating. I'm wondering if they could. I mean, if they could investigate, just see. I mean, those trades have got to be on record, right? I mean, we find out somehow. So no, I mean, this is. Some people are saying that. Who's the guy? Charles Gasparino. He made the case on Fox Business today, I think, that this was largely due to the alarming activity in the bond market. So who knows, Gary? Who knows? And who knows? Why even lock in and develop expectations today? Because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Maybe the tariffs will be back on tomorrow. Trump thinks in 5-minute increments. And so who knows what the next 5 minutes will bring. So, I'm buckling my seatbelt, and we'll see what happens. Thanks, Gary.
The whole thing about this administration, and you could even be as generous as to say what the president just did was his strategy from the beginning, and therefore turned out to be brilliant. Brilliant. Because all of these nations have agreed to negotiate, and so now he can take the threat of the tariffs away because they weren't threats, they were actually imposed for a minute. What a terrific way of getting people to the bargaining table where no other president could have done it, and he knows the other presidents. This is what he said today. So no other president could have done this. So his detractors would say, oh my God, this is blustery. But let's just say, generously, that it was a question of design rather than impetuous response to whatever pressures may have been created as a result of what he had done. You bring out a bigger point, and I don't want to focus on it too much so as to distract from the discussion, the topic of the room, but how the hell is one supposed to figure out what the American policy is on anything? Because it changes, not even day by day, but sometimes minute by minute. You know, he just did a gaggle in the Oval Office, which was preceded by a gaggle with, I think they were motorsports drivers or something who were visiting the White House, some kind of athletes. I didn't even catch what it was. Outside the Oval Office, I think. At any rate, and people were asking him questions that had nothing to do with the tariffs, including, and we've got to look into this in future days, and maybe we will have talked tariffs out after today for a while. His approach toward Iran, and I don't know what our policy is towards Iran, because he says one thing one day and another the next, and maybe he's throwing stuff up against the wall to see what will stick, and what falls, well, that was just thrown out there to make it possible for the other, which is accepted, to be successful. And so I don't know whether this was genius on the part of the administration. 24 hours before he announced a 90-day pause, reporters asked Press Secretary Leavitt, is this all a sleight of hand? Is there a possibility? Because the rumors were flying yesterday that there would be a pause today, and she said absolutely not, there will not be a pause today. And then there was a pause today. So how do you suss out where the administration is going? Either this is some grand genius scheme, or the White House is rudderless. I don't know what it is. I'm not giving credit nor accusing. It's just so atypical how this administration works as compared to any other in at least my lifetime.
Yeah, Gary. Also, I heard Sean Fain interviewed a couple of days ago on
from the UAW.
Yeah, the UAW. Yeah, he was on NPR, and a lengthy kind of conversation during morning edition or something. And he was, kind of echoing some things we've heard in this forum by some folks who are supportive of Trump and the tariffs, and that this is a response to NAFTA and to other free trade moves, and that we're going to share Trump is now for the worker and the manufacturer and all that, and we're charting a new course. So it's just interesting. Are we not charting that course now? Like, is that course over? I mean, is Trump really just a free trader who wants to, have less of a trade imbalance? Which again, I mean,
which isn't a bad thing. That's not a
right.
bad
I mean,
thing.
the trade imbalances are not, and I mean the imbalance goes two ways. two ways, right? We have a massive imbalance with the entire world economy on services, right? I mean, it's just, it's so, I don't know. So the whole thing is, I'll be interested to hear from my friends here who are Trump supporters and see.
Well, I've expressed it.
The shift, the big shift.
Well, you mentioned the UAW. I've expressed it here. I've got a little insight, and obviously the president of the UAW has greater insight and should know this. You cannot just retool on a dime, on a flip of a dime. You cannot with the auto industry. And I don't know about the other industries like textile, for example. You just can't do it. It can be done, but it's not a short-term loss for a long-term gain. It's a long-term loss in the hopes of a longer-term gain. And all indications is that the auto manufacturers, or in the case of Musk, he's not an auto manufacturer, he's just an auto assembler, according to Navarro. But no matter how you put it, they're just reticent. All the analysis that I have seen from my friends who I worked alongside who are auto writers in Detroit are saying generally what they do is they just hunker down and they wait for this. I mean, look, they only got 3.5 more years to have to deal with this because the next president can very likely change course. So I don't know that those auto jobs would come back to U.S. terra firma anyway. So I don't know. It's very confusing. A lot of people on stage. I appreciate that. I'll shut up and I'll go to Marshall. I hope.
Yeah, hey Gary. I mean, the stock market recovery is amazing. It's all because of Trump. He's a great guy, and we're so proud he's our president.
Where's that coming from? Oh, because he calls himself comedian. Good. Go ahead, Mark. I don't know what town comedian lives in, but I bet there's a club that does, you can walk in and do stand-up. They have open mic. Go there, not here.
Gary, he's just a dude that's got 1.5 billion accounts. Like, I don't know how
lovely. So we'll probably hear from him again. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Probably. So, I don't know why he stopped tears for 90 days. There we go. My younger brother was none too impressed.
My younger brother. That's what I should have said. My younger brother.
Business environment, we won't get as much foreign direct investment as we need. But economics, to be frank, is not my strong suit. So I'll just leave it there.
Well, I think that Scott makes a real interesting observation. What is the goal here? It seems that the goal is one thing one day and another the next, although I'm sure there'll be people who will help me and Scott focus as they take the microphone. Thank you, Marshall.
One thing, I'm grateful that the market bounced back. I'm getting a little nervous, but...
Not bad. Not bad. They are exceeding. It hasn't been this good. It's the biggest gain in 15 years. They didn't bounce back. They're flying high. I don't know if you saw the closing bell. But when they were doing the closing bell, when they clap their hands and they smile, at the bell, it's a show. They're always smiling no matter what. No, this was no show today. People on the floor were ecstatic at 4 o'clock when the bell rang. They panned not just to the folks up on the stage, but to the people standing on the floor, and it was like they were so relieved and happy. I mean, what a change from one day to the next, Les. Help me.
So my strategy was to do nothing. So that worked. I know nothing about the stock market. My wonder is, if I borrowed $35 trillion, I care about the interest rates because that's going to tell me how expensive it is. to pay off the people I owe money to. And I think for the government, keeping the treasury bond rates or whatever low would be a big
This is Wall Street.
Get out there, out with, so you saw your best friend, significant other.
Hey y'all, I bought some Apple call options this afternoon. I'm now officially retired, so I'll no longer be communicating with you peasants here on Clubhouse. Thank you, Apple, for making me $1.4 million today. Good luck, suckers!
I hate people with like mental disorders. But
That was beautiful.
That's correct.
No, hold on. Can I just say that actually came out so smooth. Like, let me just, real quick,
Take note, men. Women love rich men. Women love rich men, gentlemen. If you can't get laid, it's because you're not trading call options like me, Dr. Doge. I'm rich, everybody.
Rohan, for another edition of Dr. Doge, wasting time on Clubhouse. I'm the
Can you borrow one of those, those guns that you got? Can you borrow one of those?
Sorry, I don't communicate with poor people anymore.
Wait a minute, can we keep him? He's funny. Can we keep him, please? He's so funny.
Return them.
He sounds like me every day.
He broadcasts to other areas, which I think is great and fun. But he doesn't disclose it, so just wanted to let everyone know. So, but he's fun. I like him a lot.
Some people had no faith in America. I knew we'd come roaring back. I'm rich, baby!
Should I add this guy? Okay, he's already added to me. Okay, that's good. He is like...
I'm buying a new boat this week.
He's also like too much oxygen. You'll get a little bit dizzy.
I'm actually into the laugh. I don't know. There's something about it.
That was cute. All right. I will. Okay. I've officially. All right. Hold on. Should I drop him? Should I leave him? He's so fun. Should I leave him?
Y'all don't think that that's the same person?
The same person. What same person? Him and
Sasha.
No, it's
like MAGA and Sasha are the same person.
No, we're not. But Doge MAGA.
Y'all aren't?
We are definitely the same person. We sound exactly the same, and there's a reason for that. But we can't both speak at the same time.
Oh, no. Hold on. So sorry. Okay, hold on. Let me give you the scenario, and then I'm not.
No, hold on. I just have to say, because I always like to show the magic trick. If Doge MAGA is on the stage, it's like it'll always go back to him.
Okay, Doge, I got a question.
He's projecting. Dr. Sasha's projecting.
Doge, I got a question for you, okay? If you were out, getting dinner, and you saw your best friend's spouse at another table with another person, what are you doing?
I would come up to her and I'd say, "Oh, hi, Margaret. Who's this handsome fellow? Cheating on Steve already? Give me $200 and I won't tell Steve."
Hey, yo.
Oh, can we keep him, please? I don't want to... TS on a froggy, can I keep him?
doesn't matter if you kick me. I made $1.4 million today trading in the stock market. Do you think I give a shit if you kick me? I'm the happiest man on Clown House.
See, I like him. Can you call people poor again? That was good.
Not only are they financially poor, they're intellectually poor. They have no knowledge, no wisdom. They are what we call stupid, low IQ, dumb people. Welcome back to another episode about nothing!
We should be able to keep him.
Mr. Scrooge, why are you so mean? Alms for the poor.
That is hilarious. I can't believe that voice left your mouth. That was great. Sasha, what are you doing?
I am just cleaning up, just doing house chores.
No, Sasha. Where do you do this scenario?
Oh, scenario. I would, because I'm disagreeable and I got fucking big balls, I would just walk right over, I would sit down and I'd be like, we need to have a conversation right now and I need to know what I'm supposed to do with this information. If it's my best friend, yeah, for sure.
No, that's not your best friend. That's your best friend's spouse.
Best friend's spouse. I would still do the same thing. I'd be like,
I would.
Why?
Sorry, I was saying like a mother freaking canary. Okay.
There's always something else, though. This is the thing. Like, so it's very easy, obviously, in situations to be like, I understand it all. But communication is the fucking first step. But it's also like requires a lot of, I would think, nihilism. You know, like if you don't fucking care, then it's easy to get in there. Because there could be some other stuff. Who knows? I mean, he's your best friend.
Dr. Sasha, it's the implication.
That's being, it's your best friend that's being betrayed upon. But maybe there's layers and layers, and get to it before you spoil it. Because
Veils of lies.
You don't understand the situation, and you go in there and you start playing with all the keys. Like you could create more harm than
Exactly. Just shut the fuck up.
If the goal is to do good, then you have to do your due diligence. So I know that's a very fucking kind of adult perspective to have that might not.
Exactly. The less you think, the better off it is. Stop talking and end your problems.
Yeah. The heart and the mind are involved, but the heart needs to be subordinate to the mind.
Don't be a cockblock.
Don't be a faggot, Doge.
Hey, you can't be using AI voices. I thought your voice was real.
The point is, the longer you think, the more you speak, the further from the truth you're all gonna get.
These are not AI voices.
These are great sayings, though. I'm not gonna lie. These are real voices. These are AI voices.
Just stop thinking and end all your problems.
They're AI voices. Which one? All of them.
I am a trans Pepe frog robot meme sent from an AI sky cloud from Elon Musk's anus. I am here to liberate you all from your own stupidity and wasting time here in research purposes only, aka Clown House. Old enough to be your daddy?
T, you're right. You guys are right. It's not an AI voice. He stuttered. I'm very disappointed.
That is me trying to project a human side. I am an AI robot, I assure you.
Now he's going into, he also does painting.
I like him though. He's just a frog.
He likes to do that, and he's got a little bell that he rings.
All communication is hypnosis.
Y'all are the same person. Y'all are definitely. Hey, I thought I get to keep him.
Well, Edmund and I are not the same, and he's got many names here. Edmund, John, fucking. He's got like 4 other ones.
Oh, fine. She said I can't have him. Fine. I'm going to bed. Finally. Okay, because I'm too tired. I don't even know what I'm saying. Your mic is low. Everybody. I don't know. We just changed the room. I don't know how long, but I can't even ask questions. Apparently, when FISA asked me 2 questions, I didn't even interpret them properly, and I don't remember.
He is a substitute for it. He is being punished for our sins.
Like, isn't the ransom theory also a substitutionary theory? Or am I wrong?
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think it is. I could be wrong.
Oh. MJ, does that fall under substitutionary?
My bad. What?
Everyone play for a million in stock market today. You poor, pathetic loser.
Thank you, brother.
Score touchdown, 1, 2, 3.
Does ransom fall under substitutionary atonement?
The ancient Egyptian redeemer, father of Horus, Octinamos,
Oh, the ransom
master
theory
magician,
involves the concept of
pyramids, the city of Binah.
It is just. Can you just mute him? He's obviously just. Sorry, I was hot making sorry. Are you serious? Oh my god. It is distinct from substitutionary atonement, particularly the penal substitution model. Sorry, it says it's different. Yeah,
Sorry, I can't talk for like
ChatGPT says
about a half
it is.
hour. I'll be back.